5 legendary armies from history challenge Fort Campbell, a modern U.S. military base, in a fictional test. Fort Campbell, Kentucky, hosts 25,000 soldiers, Blackhawks, Apaches, drones, radar-guided missiles, and layered defenses. Each army attacks separately. No damage carries over. Defenders reset, testing history against cutting-edge technology. This sandbox scenario prioritizes engagement over perfect realism, exploring which army could challenge the base. Rules: 1 shot per army, same battlefield, same defenders. Let's see who gets closest. First come the Spartans, then Romans, Napoleon's army, W2D Strauss Germans, and a modern combined force. 3,000 Spartans march in 5 tight formations, bronze shields gleaming through thick morning mist. Armed with spears and short swords, they smear mud on armor to dull reflections, advancing silently. Fort Campbell's thermal cameras detect their heat mass as they emerge from the tree line. The alert sounds. A CRAM turret spins, spraying thousands of 20mm rounds into the Spartan ranks. Over 70 Spartans fall instantly, yet their disciplined formations keep advancing through the chaos. Mu-240 machine guns fire from towers, followed by M2 Brownings punching through shields at 800 meters. The Spartan line fractures. Some sprint through smoke, trying to close the gap to the wire. 400 reach the razor coils, entangled, cut down by relentless bursts of sustained gunfire. A few Spartans throw spears. One hits a patrol vehicle's tire before being shredded by .50 caliber fire. Bravery drives them close, but 4,500 rounds a minute erase their legendary discipline entirely. A modern force strikes. Hypersonic missiles, AI tanks, loitering drones, and special forces unleash chaos. DF-17, T-13 missiles scream at Mach Surf. Trauibertinat Morbsviv, too fast to intercept, cratering runways and fuel depots. 1,000 Lancet drones swarm, overwhelming CRAM guns, crashing into towers and sensor masts. Special forces skim treetops in Blackhawks, dropping teams to sweep comms with suppressed rifles. Apaches counterattack, firing Hydra rockets, but Iris-T missiles down 2, 1 barely escapes. Fort Campbell fights, downing drones and tanks. Yet the modern force's technology overwhelms defenses. 5,200 Roman legionaries appear, armed with tower shields, swords, and Scorpio catapults. Their scouts crawl forward, low and quiet, but ground radar picks up their subtle movements. Thermal optics spot the main force. 120 minutes mortars fire, bursting mid-air, shredding wicker shields. Romans burn green wood to create smoke, but heat signatures can't hide from advanced sensors. 3 testudo formations advance, shields locked, crawling toward the wire under relentless enemy fire. .50 caliber machine guns fire, followed by Mk-19 grenade launchers, breaking formations with explosive rounds. 100 Romans reach the fence. A squad breaches using a fallen cart nearing a shed. An Apache lifts off. Its 30mm cannon ends the breach, leaving only the shed damaged. Roman tactics, honed for ancient conquest, crumble against radar, drones, and overwhelming modern firepower. Napoleon's army, 35,000 infantry, 6,000 cavalry, and 140 cannons, spreads across the battlefield strategically. French cavalry fans out in a wide arc, slowing resupply, pressuring the base's resources. Artillery crews drag 6 and 12-pounders beyond a kilometer, firing shots that mostly bounce off. 1 cannon shot skips, clearing a guard tower, a rare hit against Fort Campbell's defenses. 3 Apaches lift off, locking targets. Hellfire missiles silencing a dozen cannons in one pass. At night, French sappers dig zigzag trenches, some reaching within 400 meters of the wire. Smoke grenades cover their advance. A sapper team sets charges, breaching the fence briefly. Drones track every move. Mortars walk into trenches. Machine guns seal the breach instantly. Napoleon's grand strategy fails against cheap drones and precise, relentless modern counterattacks. WWII German forces strike with gliders, 36 Ju-87 Stukas tanks, and 8,000 infantry troops. DFS-230 gliders aim for the airfield, but radar and thermals spot them from miles away. Tower guards spray M240 fire. Some gliders crash, others land. Troops sprinting into darkness. Stukas dive low, but Avenger missile trucks and Stinger teams down, most at 5 kilometers. One Stuka bomb hits a fuel bladder, another damages vehicles, but command remains untouched. German artillery and Nebelwerfer rockets fire blindly, countered by HIMARS guided rocket strikes instantly. Panther and Tiger tanks push through fog, their hot engines visible to Apache thermal sights. Hellfire missiles destroy lead tanks. Javelin teams target silhouettes, wiping out the advance. German infantry with MG-42s and flamethrowers charge, but thermal vision cuts through fog easily. 50 caliber guns and airburst grenades stop the rush. Fewer than 300 reach the fence. The modern forces malware slips through a spoofed Wi-Fi, flickering internal feeds, disrupting systems. An EA-18G Growler jams satellite signals. Fort Campbell flips to back up navigation systems quickly. 24 DF-17 hypersonic missiles dive, spotted by radar, giving seconds to brace for impact. B-2-2-2 CTD 2 bombers launch JSO E-Drating Security Cums. Seated stand missiles, flying low, cratering runways, and destroying depots. C-RAM guns fire, downing 60 Lancet drones before overheating. The rest hit critical targets. Special forces deploy from Black Hawks, sweeping towers with drones and suppressed rifle fire. 90 modern tanks, Leopard 2A SAMs, and M1A2s roll in under drone cover. HIMARS takes 4. Kamikaze drones finish the tanks. A U.S. team ambushes with javelins, but gets pinned. One Apache survives, firing Hydra rockets into a fuel column, then escapes under heavy fire. Fort Campbell downs dozens of drones, 14 Naotuturtotur. But the modern force overruns the base. Only the modern force succeeds, leveraging unmatched technology against Fort Campbell's formidable defenses. Spartans' courage, Romans' tactics, Napoleon's scale, and German armor fall to modern firepower. Each army pushed their era's limits, but none could match drones, radar, and guided weapons. The gap between ancient and modern warfare is vast. Technology redefines the battlefield entirely. Could an ancient army fare better in a different scenario? Like Romans versus a Huabibutu bunker? Imagine a Roman legion storming a Huatu German bunker. Could their tactics prevail then? History's warriors were legendary, but modern tech leaves little chance for the past to win. Which historical army do you think could challenge a modern base with different rules? Could tweaking the scenario change the outcome for Spartans, Romans, or Napoleon's forces? Share your thoughts in the comments. Suggest new scenarios to test history's greatest armies. What if we flipped the script entirely, pitting ancient armies against older modern defenses? Every era's warriors brought unique strengths, but technology shifts the balance decisively. Fort Campbell's defenses highlight how far warfare has evolved since ancient battlefields. Join the discussion below. Propose your own what-if battles, and let's explore history together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more historical what-ifs and epic military thought experiments.